Hello, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to adjust the width of armrests on the Think Steelcase chairs, or rather the Steelcase Think version 1. Now for these Think Steelcase chairs, they could come with 4D armrests and non-4D armrests. 4D armrests meant that these armrests be able to move sidewards and backwards, and I think pivot maybe. But unfortunately, a lot of the specs, and you have to be careful this when you're buying one, but this is for the people who've already bought a Steelcase Think, they could only move up and down and not to the sides. They're just completely stuck, they're completely static. And if you're watching this video, it's probably because you realize that they're actually absurdly far out. And when you sit in this chair, you have to jut your elbows out super far just to be able to sit in it properly, just to be able to use the armrest. So I found a solution that improves the situation probably significantly, in my opinion. It's a side-by-side comparison. We can see here the gap in between this armrest and that one is pretty significant, and this one right here is a lot smaller. We can also see it down here where the armrest meets the chair. We have this flat section that comes out here, and here's a chair that I've already adjusted, and it's in all the way to the bend. And I mean, for me, this has made the chairs much more usable. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did for this chair on this chair, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. And the secret to it is to first flip the chair. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the chair on its back. And I want to show you something, a little surprise that Steelcase has left for us in case we wanted to be able to adjust these, is this extra hole here. So this whole armrest is held in, well, it's first of all slotted in here pretty tight, but there's an extra screw here that holds this in, meaning you can't move it. So essentially what you need to do is, you need to unscrew that screw from back here. It's kind of hard to get into. You might be able to see it if I try to zoom in. You can kind of see it there. I don't have my flash on, but you can see it. So you can get in there, unscrew that, and then move it in and screw it into this hole right here. And it makes a world of a difference in my opinion. So I've got my 4mm Allen key and my ratchet. Now ideally the best way to do this would be with a ratchet, and you would just essentially slot that in there and you'll be able to catch it, and then you just use your ratchet and you just ratchet it off. The problem is my ratchet, its bit is too long. I have another ratchet where the actual bit goes inside where the actual ratchet is, but yeah, this one has this big protrusion here which ruins it. So I'm gonna have to struggle with this Allen key. I'm gonna have to get this in here, and I'm gonna have to unscrew this, and then I'll be able to move this in. So you can take off the base, the seating pad, if you wanted to, and then you'll be able to access that screw really easily. But I think it's more trouble than it's worth, and there is some access given here. You can feel a divot in there, so you can specifically stick a ratchet in there and you could ratchet it out. You just need the right size ratchet. Okay, so I just got about got it, so now I can just twist it out with my fingers the rest of the way, and boom, I got the screw out. And now we can proceed. Now we have the screw out. This can move in, but you're gonna see that it's really tight. It doesn't move in. It's quite snug. I'm not sure what the point in the screw is really. Like, unless an elephant starts tugging at this armrest, it's not coming out by itself. So what you're gonna need to get really is a hammer and a piece of wood. I'm gonna have to just hammer it in. And they kind of vary with how easy they slide in and out. Let's see this one. Let me bang it in a few times and see if I can get it to go. Yeah, this one's relatively easy. Here we go. That's in all the way now. And you'll be able to confirm this if the second hole will line up with the new hole. So it's hard to see here, but you can see that the second hole now has lined up because unlike the first hole, we can't see the metal, we just see black behind it. Yeah, you can see my finger there. So now you have two options. You can either take this screw and try to make it OEM and screw it in from behind here, like that. But given how much I struggled with the Allen key, since I don't have a ratchet, what I'm just gonna do is, I'm just gonna screw it in from this side here. I'm gonna use a screw gun. You can use a screwdriver as well. Okay. So I have it in here and I'm gonna get my screw gun and I'm just gonna screw it in just for the, I don't think you even need to put the screw back in, honestly. It won't move, but just for the sake of completeness and not having a spare screw lying around, I've screwed it back into the other hole, and now we can see the difference here with how far out the armrest is, and here. Or I have no idea why Steelcase didn't have the wherewithal to just do it like this. This is going nowhere. It's in there, it's tight. It's screwing it back in. Nice and snug.